It's war. No, man, we don't care about nobody except it's you. We don't. Soldier.
Yo, King fans, was good, man. I still got these whole book paragraph comments like explaining why it's a good idea to make 13-0 rings and say that you unconquered and shit. I was like, yo, I ain't reading that, bro. That shit was too long, bro. Pause. But there's a lot of different things to talk about. We still waiting on one more transfer portal cat, Tyler Barron, the defensive end that transferred from Tennessee to Louisville. But I think it's between USC and us. I think we get him. That's just my opinion. So that's how I feel about it. But definitely talking about our portal, man, what we added. I'm still worried about the back end, the secondary. I would say that's where Florida and FSU has an advantage over Miami, their DBs. I think we only have Zaquan, like, to me, he the only one that I'm like, yo, that's going to be a dog. But that don't look like no back-end Miami secondary roster. Like, we should be 100 times better, bro. We should have, like, at least a top 3 round picks loaded on that side, on that back four. We got the transfer, Mish Powell. I mean, he's pretty good, you know what I mean? But I'm talking about, like, we need some phenoms back there. That's the you, man. So that's the way I'm looking at that. But all these butthurt cats, you know what I mean? These FSU fans, I'm just speaking facts, bro. There's no way them dudes would have played. Bro, I'll show the clip.
Florida State had a chance of redemption to prove to the world that they belong because they were playing Georgia. Two-time national champ Georgia. So what does Florida State and its players do? Kirby Smart gets his guys to play the wide receiver who's been hurt. McConkey played, and they blew him out. The Seminoles, you are a disgrace to college football. Georgia played the game like they're supposed to play the game.
Because the last thing they wanted was to show up, get their ass kicked by Georgia, which would have validated all the noise about them being kept out of the college football playoff.
In the video, you know what I mean? But I think that they don't like to, like, hear the truth, you know what I mean? And the truth is, bro, like, the reason the dudes opted out, it wasn't because they got disappointed they didn't make the playoffs, because they knew they were going to play Georgia. If you had something still to prove, you should have played Georgia like it was your national championship, like UCF did with LSU. Even though UCF would have got boat race, you know what I mean, against high competition, everybody knows that with a brain, you know what I mean? They could play it off that they want a fake natty, you know what I'm saying? So I don't understand that type of fake natty shit, you know what I mean? But them dudes would have got smacked, that ass. They wasn't loaded up front. I don't care what scheme you running, you wasn't beating them boys up front in the SEC. That's just my opinion, and I look at it as facts. Nobody ever gonna change my mind with that. But I think that FSU, they just got shook, you know what I mean? If you still had something to prove and you loved your coach and you were going to play for him, you would have played, you know what I'm saying? It was for something. It's not like they weren't playing for nothing. You was playing in the Orange Bowl, a legendary, you know what I'm saying, a legendary bowl game, and you over here opting out. And you have this quarterback whisperer in Mike Norvell when all the other quarterbacks lick cheeks, you know what I mean? He ain't no quarterback whisperer. He's a good play caller, a good schemer. But, bro, like, if you have shit, like, you're not gonna be able to do anything. And Jordan Travis pretty much carried the team. Not like a Heisman type year. And they would have got smacked, bro. That's why them dudes opted out, because the film would have been bad and they wasn't gonna benefit from the film or the NFL scouts. You might as well just go straight to the pro day NFL combine, you know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. Like, and people brought up Bama, Texas beating Bama, and this and that. All these games early in the season, late in the season, FSU was not better than Georgia, Alabama, a few teams. It was not better than. It is what it is, bro. Georgia was probably the best team in the country, bro, but they didn't get into the playoffs. They've had a better argument getting into the playoffs than Florida State. So, you know what I mean? They just lost the championship game. But now with the 12-team playoff, that's just not gonna happen no more. So, you know, the teams are getting number 13, 14, 15 be bitching, but it is what it is. But, bro, like, come on, man. Like, I don't understand. And then you get in the comments, them getting at us when it's not even about us. I'm thinking a video about they shouldn't have been in the playoffs. And the committee got it right. And they over here talking about Miami Cheeks. We know Miami Cheeks. I don't think it's gonna be like that this year, but we know Miami been Cheeks for a while. And the whole play calling shit, oh, Mario's gonna fuck up the play calling, bro. Like, when you got players, bro, I always said, when Kirby got the job at Georgia, I saw his first recruiting class. I said they're going to win a natty. Eventually, they're going to win a natty. All they got to do is beat Bama one time when it counts, and they'll win a natty. And everybody laughed at them. Florida fans was laughing at Kirby. Miami fans were saying he couldn't coach. I'm like, bro, he going to win. And boom, all them recruit classes stacked. He finally started winning, and they started rolling. And it was what it was. Like, they're beasts now. That's how it is, man. College football is about recruiting. If you don't have a coach that's recruiting like that, let's say the whole college football don't have any coach that's recruiting like that, then these play callers will have a chance. These wizard play callers will have a chance to win a natty if there's not a coach like that amasses them a certain amount of talent. But when you have a coach like that that's in college football right now that amasses talent, those super wizard play callers are going to have to play those teams and they're going to lose. They're going to lose 9 times out of 10, they're going to lose those games. So all I wanted to do is make a video, man. I'm excited because I think we're going to get Tyler Barron. I think we're going to have some depth. Our secondary is pretty weak. And we should have a good season unless we have like a major injury. And I'm not going to fault the coaches if there's like a major injury. I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, the coaches blew it. Nah, we have a big injury to a star player. Then that's, depending on who it is, that's a big deal. That changes your whole outlook on your season. So that's my whole thing. But with Cam Moore running the show, bro, I think Florida's cooked. I don't think they can fuck with us. I really don't see anybody on the schedule that can really fuck with us. I know we'll cough up a few games. That's just how it is. We're not at that reload point yet, but we'll be all right, man. Y'all already know it's all about that year. Bag.
Their thinking was if the 29 players don't show up and we get blown out by a 2-time national champion over the last 2 years but they still are until Monday night, okay, in Georgia, well, then guess what? We could say our players didn't show up. They think they were being slick. It was a disgrace. Florida State should be ashamed of itself.